people need to understand, President Trump had illegal immigration down 83 to 90%. So when 83 to 90% less people were coming across the border, how many women didn't get sexually assaulted by the cartels? How many aliens didn't drown in the river or die in the desert? How many Americans didn't die from fentanyl overdoses because the border was secure, less fentanyl is coming across? How many known suspected terrorists didn't get into the country? Under President Biden, we have over 1,700 migrants have died in U.S. soil, our historic record. Over 100,000 Americans dead from fentanyl overdoses, an historic record. Over 300 people on the terrorist watch list arrested since he's been in office, just on the southwest border, twice as many on the northern border that we don't even talk about. Historic record. So President Trump's policies save lives. A secure border saves lives. Border barrier saves lives. I've worked with 6 presidents. I've seen policies come and go. I know what policies work. I know what policies don't. President Trump was a game changer, and we saved thousands of lives by securing that southern border.
Nice weather, beautiful day, but a very dangerous border. We're going to take care of it. Thank you.
What's going on, everyone? Socks Ken here. Today we're going to be analyzing that Trump and Biden happen to be at the border at the same time. That's crazy. And you saw the intro, you saw 2 different responses to Biden. You saw Biden look, I don't know, this I don't think was a good smart move by Biden to come at the same time as Donald Trump, because it made him seem even older and even more senile than he already seems, at least from the outside. And I want to kind of talk about illegal immigration. I haven't really talked about it in a while. I know I hinted at it in other videos, but I really honestly believe that border security, immigration will be a sleeper issue of 2024. I think if, a lot of attention is going on about abortion, inflation, but I honestly believe that illegal immigration will be like a more significant issue than a lot of people are talking about it right now. So I want to talk to you guys about some articles and some stories that I've noticed in the past few days. Biden refers to millions of illegal aliens who flooded into the U.S. as newcomers. Now, this is the game of language that Democrats love to play. They love to reframe things in a more, I guess, digestible way for people to understand, right? Because when they say newcomers, you don't imply that, you don't associate it with something negative. When you say illegal aliens, you automatically identify the problem. Oh, you got here not through the proper channels of immigration. And this is their way of trying to cascade, put everyone in the same box, right? Legal immigrants and illegal immigrants. This is a way for them to murky the waters, right? This is my problem with the Democrats. They're a little too loose with their language. The White House unveiled a new term on Thursday for millions of illegal aliens who have fled into the U.S. under Joe Biden, which came just shortly before Biden took a trip to the border for a photo op at the spot that has the few illegal immigrant crossing. The administration published a set of Democratic talking points that they labeled a fact sheet. The document highlights the proposal that the Democrat Senate introduced earlier this year that criticized, and many experts say would actually make the situation on the border much worse. Because the border is about incentives. What incentives are you giving? If you give an incentive, we're processing you more faster. We're also going to give you visas, work visas. We're also going to give you health care. That's more of an incentive for these illegal immigrants to want to come and migrate and break the law, because you're not giving a consequence for them subverting or going around the proper channels of immigration. Towards the bottom of the document, the administrator refers to the millions of illegal immigrants who enter into under Biden as newcomers. The bill also includes a $1.4 billion for cities and states who are providing critical services to newcomers and would expedite work permits for people who are in the country and qualified, the document said. We don't need no more processing. I think we need to deter. We need to deter a lot of these people from doing this stuff, right? The Biden White House is now referring to illegal immigrants as newcomers. The House Republican Conference posted on X, Joe Biden is not serious about stopping the illegal immigration into the United States. This is a catastrophe by design. Sorry, guys. And Andrew Clade responded to the document, insanity. A newcomer just brutally murdered Laken Riley last week. Newcomers are flooding into our country with fentanyl. These newcomers are costing American taxpayers nearly $500 billion. Joe Biden wants to normalize this intentional illegal immigration because, end of the day, Democrats get a benefit from illegal immigrants coming into the country. Right, and this is just a topic: illegal immigration. Like, this is where I got the article from. Trump addresses the Lincoln Riley situation. He unveils a new name for Gavin Newsom. Gavin Newsom is actually being called for corruption right now, pay for play, because apparently he gave special concessions to certain corporations that donate to him, that they don't have to pay the minimum wage that he just mandated in the state of California. Look at some of the crime that illegal immigrants are doing in Utah. Arrested for alleged rape of 11-year-old girl. Right, migrant crime is taking over America, and this is why I say Trump has a great chance. And I think the immigration issue is going to be a sleeper concern, because I really believe that a lot of Americans are noticing this stuff. They're noticing crime raising in their communities, right? And ICE just arrested 275 illegal aliens that are sex convicts. Imagine that, right? You got Colorado City trying to refrain itself from being a non-sanctuary city. This is getting crazy. New York just wanted to make special concessions about changing their status as a sanctuary city status because of all the videos that's coming out of these illegal immigrants not respecting the law and order of the United States. Because you came in there, you gave them the red carpet. They came into the country breaking the laws. You already set a precedent. They said, "Oh, you just let us come into your country. You gave us free food. You put us in these luxury apartments. Yo, this is y'all serve me. I could do whatever I want." And you create an incentive where you allow these illegal immigrants have this false perception of that, oh, there's no laws here. I can just do whatever I want. This is an opportunity zone. The Democrats treat America like an opportunity zone, and I'm starting to get tired of it. Well, I've been ranting a little bit. Trump calls on Biden to take a cognitive test, say it would be mandatory for all presidents or people wanting to become president of the United States. And this is a problem. I think this is a big, when the Democrats didn't want to, for Biden's physical, when he didn't want to do the cognitive test, you kind of said it without saying that, you know, you're not confident Biden will pass the cognitive test. And Biden's getting mocked right now. Let's take a look at this clip that I want to show, and I'll espouse upon more of my thoughts about it. Let's take a look.
Buonasera, Presidente Biden. Oh, Presidente Biden. President, Mr. President. It's okay?
Are you okay, President?
Ok, tutto a posto. Welcome, benvenuto. No, di nuovo, mamma mia. President, Mr. President, ecco.
Are you okay?
Yeah,
Ok, it's okay.
yeah, very good.
Si sente bene,
Yeah.
sì.
Thank you.
Thank you, mamma mia.
Thank you very
Ecco.
much. I feel good.
You are welcome, buonasera. Dove va? Mr. President, oh mamma.
We're late.
No, non arriva la metropolitana perché non è la metro, it's not the subway, non è la metropolitana qui, no.
What's your name?
Con chi parla? Mr. President.
My name is Joe Kennedy.
No, Biden, lei è Biden, è Biden, ma con chi parla? Certo, prego. Ecco, se riesce, if you can. No, sta girando su. No, Mr. President, not turn, no, you have to.
No, my name is
No,
Joe
ma l'ha già,
Kennedy.
l'ha già salutato, lasci stare.
The savagery. Overseas, like, people, like, when you guys did, like, this is why Karine Jean-Pierre should get fired, bro. She said, oh, he does a cognitive test every day, huh? Then he be failing every day. You saw how he walked gingerly in the intro, unsure, unconfident on where he can step. At any moment, he can fall. Yo, this contrast is not good, bro. This is why a lot of people think that he's not running for real. He's just a Trojan horse. He's a empty suit. He's a decoy. This is why I said, like, I think this is why I agree with Vivek when Vivek said it doesn't matter if it's Biden, Newsom, doesn't matter. And I think that's also why Trump is making attacks at Newsom, finding a new nickname for Newsom, because I don't even think Trump believes that Biden's going to be the nominee. So this is why I say that I think the Republicans, conservatives, they shouldn't really focus on Biden. They just focus on the bad policies. Hey, we shouldn't be focusing on processing illegal immigrants because we're only going to give them more of an incentive to come to the border. I think that's what we should be focusing on. Focus on the policies, because it don't matter who their pitch man is. It don't matter who the Democrats put up there. If we're focusing on the ideas, if we're focusing on the policies and the negative aspects of it, the bad trade-offs that it's making, showing how these policies don't actually address the issues that are affecting Americans. Like, imagine, look. Here's an example. Day one of Biden's administration, border wall immediately defunded, emergency declaration withdrawal, deportation of illegal aliens paused, remain in Mexico policy terminated. These should be the things that the Republicans will push. Say, hey, look, this is what a Democrat president will do. because they believe in processing these newcomers. These people don't care about you, America. They care about these newcomers more than you, because these newcomers, based on the stats, their children will overwhelmingly vote Democrat. So to them, these newcomers they're funneling in Democrat votes. This is how I would frame it. This is how I'll push the narrative. This is how I push my narrative. And I have proof to back it up. I say, look at how many illegal immigrants they are. Look how favorable they look at the Democratic Party. And then if you look at their descendants, their kids who are now naturalized citizens will vote in their behalf, vote in their interest. They know this. This will cause a fracture in our culture, a fracture to our loyalty. We have divided loyalties in this country. We got Americans that are naturalized here, but they have ties to their family, as they should, but their families are here under illegal circumstances. So then they'll vote along the party that will help protect them. Democrat Party. This is how the Democrats divided America. This is why Democrats focus on newcomers, because they know, oh, look at the favor we did to your grandparents, your father, naturalized citizen. You wouldn't be here if we didn't give your father this chance to come in this country and break the laws and allow them to remain here. You wouldn't have been born. You wouldn't have been an American citizen. So you owe us. You got to vote for us. This is a Democrat proposition. And to me, this seems like slavery. This don't come across like plantation politics. I'm telling you, if you look how Democrats operate, they operate like plantation owners. Hey, you want to save your parents? Hey, you don't want your parents to get deported? You better vote Democrat. Hey, black people, you don't want to be poor. You don't want to be struggling. You better vote Democrat if you want to keep your welfare. It's the same thing. And this is the kind of thing that I want to point out. Don't let them gaslight you. This current administration opened our borders. None of this was a mistake. And then here's some articles of the briefing room: proclamation of the termination of the emergency with respect to the southern border of the United States and redirection of funds diverted to the construction wall. They want these people in here. And it's been pointed out numerous times. I even did an inconvenient truth on it, and I'll probably make it the next video, the recommended video for this one. That Tucker Carlson went over it pretty cleanly, and I like that video. That video was like, I feel like if you want to understand the illegal immigration issue and how Democrats switch from being pro-union to pro-illegal immigration, that video will explain it all for you. Because Democrats used to talk like how I'm talking. I showed you a couple of clips of Bill Clinton saying, hey, you must respect our laws. The first action that you do when you come into this country shouldn't be breaking laws. Bill Clinton was saying that when Democrats actually cared about Americans. But then Democrats realized, hey, we can get more political power if we put the Americans last and we put these newcomers first, because these newcomers have a strong correlation of producing Democrat votes for us in the long term. Let's focus on them. That's the reality. That's the truth. That's the truth. Democrats don't do anything unless they get an actual benefit from it, from a political gain from it. I'm just being honest here. This is why when black people sit here trying to make fun of me or call me names because I want to vote Republican, I'm like, yo, you just a pawn to them. Because right as you are right now, all the problems you facing right now, if they don't change nothing, as long as they make you comfortable in your situation, you're voting 90% a clip for them. And all Democrats are doing is trying to maintain that 90%. Because they know if they make you rich, successful, like P. Diddy, not P. Diddy, bad example, 50 Cent, you're going to start complaining, damn, they extorted me. They taking a lot of my money that I could be using for my family, for my people. Man, maybe I'm going to look at Trump. You're going to be like Lil Wayne voting for Trump. Kodak Black looking at Trump. Lil Pump looking at Trump. Because they're like, yo, we're making all this money, but the Democrats are extorting us, taking 50% of our money, and then they're squandering it, using it as a bribe for these newcomers to come in, giving them free health care, giving them housing, giving them luxury apartments, kicking out Americans to shelter them. You see the priorities. This is the American last agenda, and many people are starting to realize this. This is why I honestly believe that illegal immigration will be at a higher mark than a lot of these pollsters and people and political commentators are actually putting attention to this stuff. Because this stuff is pissing me off. I'm like, when I hear stories of how they're getting free stuff I'm like, yo, look at all these homeless veterans that don't even get half the attention. Because why? Because they don't get a political benefit from it. That's the reality. And I think a lot of people should stop giving their allegiance to political parties and start looking at what's best for our communities, what's best for our nation. And then we go down that path. Hey, Democrats don't have the solution for this problem. This is a big issue in our country. Every American, if we were a nationalist, if we had national pride, national unity, we'd all be like, nah, Republicans winning this time, bro. Look, Democrats, I like you, but this is a big issue and we need to address this issue. Republicans got the solution. We tried it your way, Democrats, for 4 years, and it has skyrocketed illegal immigration. That's how a nationalist country should think. A country proud of itself should think. But years of education has conditioned us not to have respect for this country, not to have any love for this country, to the point where you have people protesting, rioting, getting into fights, burning themselves alive for foreign affairs outside of their country than problems here at home. And I think that's a big problem, a big issue we have here in the United States. But I digress. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you agree with me, disagree with me? I'd like to hear all your thoughts about this illegal immigration situation and the contrast between Trump and Biden. What you guys think about it in the comment section. I would really like to hear your opinions on this. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I really do appreciate you guys for watching to the end of the video. Peace.